My clubmate Andy and I often discuss the possibility of boring a four-cylinder motor block on a lathe. That one was the motor block of an ARIAL Square 4 motorcycle. I asked him to send me dimensions of that block that I could see if my 13-inch lathe big enough for such a line boring job. Yes, it looked possible. I started to prepare for this job uh, by using my boring head. Uh, I had a MT5 to MT3 adapter and a blank MT3 bar of 1-inch diameter. I borrowed some sleeves and rings from the milling machine for stabilize the bar. The disc what you see came later. These are the sleeves I borrowed to stiffen the boring bar system. My boring bar consists of a top and bottom part. The top is an R8 collet having a 7/8 by 20 thread, and the bottom is the head. This 7/8 thread had to be cut at the end of the MT3 stub. I had a disc which could be used for centering disc and will be turned on the lathe, on the 13-inch lathe, but the 7/8 thread was cut into it on the 10-inch atlas. The final thread in the disc was checked by the R8 collet's 7/8 thread. Then the disc was turned to a 60-degree centering disc and ground to precision. The final conical disc was checked by a dial indicator. The final centering unit was assembled, and you can even see the drawbar a bit. Centering of the headstock was completed. Now I just have to store it till we will do the job. We will attempt the job. In front of the centering disc, there are the T-bolts I prepared for the job. I also bought a couple of 4.5 by 5-inch angles, cast iron angles, thinking that I will make an adjustable support. Then Andy insisted that he'll make the support. That was okay with me. My support would have involved a lot of machining. Andy made the support out of angle irons, was fit, was sturdy enough, but it lacked vertical adjustments. Now the block is centered between the head and the tailstock. The tailstock has the larger bullnose. Centering at the headstock. After adjustment, it turned out that the support of the boring head stuck out more than the cutting tool, so I had to change to a fly cutter. The horizontal alignment of the block was okay, but the vertical alignment needed shimming. At that point, Andy requested to abandon the job. This is happening at Andy's place. Andy made many wonderful setup for testing and run engines in, not only for this engine, but for many others. Really ingenious setups, not for only engine testing, but first starting too. Great to see it running. Wow, the piston moving. That was the sound of success and of course the celebration now. That vertical stub you see and the curved item on the top is a pipe bender, and he made his own exhaust pipes too. The engine is assembled and time to take a closer look. And here is the magnificent, majestic beauty. Owner and bike ready for a ride. In spite of not using my setup, the work was not for nothing. We investigated an idea, something we do not do often, something else than the usual thing, which still can be done on a lathe.